We are 7 years now into the launch of Overwatch.
Wait, what is this? Tanks when they have to tank, rage emoji. This is the most TikTok thing. Remember, it's a team game. There are abilities on both sides. If your team doesn't help you, it's just a team diff.
Period. And there are still these homunculuses that say stuff like, tank when they have to tank.
Nothing against him. Normally, he actually has like pretty good takes on a lot of this, but I don't really want to go all the way into this. But I feel like most of the content for this is like just arguing with TikTok chatters, and like I can tell you with experience as a streamer for many years, you will never win against them because it's like trying to have it's trying to argue with like a watermelon. Like if I have, okay, we're gonna role play really quick. This is a TikTok commenter, okay? We're gonna argue. Dude, how the f do you think that? Like, the reason you're wrong is X, Y, Z, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. With all of this evidence. How do you win? Like, it just doesn't, it doesn't exist. It's not sentient. How do you win? You just don't. Me thinking that my tank was throwing. What do you... Wait, what am I watching right now? Wait, he's stuck. Wait, he's stuck. Wait, what? Wait. He's stuck. Oh my god! What the f?
We need to put a stop to their push.
I never saw that. I'm guessing that's fixed by now. But man, that's so funny. That's actually so funny. I've had that happen on Ilios, but it pops you out after a little bit. So I hate these videos. I hate them so much. Okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. That was actually really good. You had me. You really had me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. That's so funny.
Here are the most broken states of heroes in Overwatch history, and to start this series off, you know we have to start with Brig. Tag or send this to a friend that was lucky enough to never have to play against Brig. When Brig was initially released, she was released to compensate for the dominance of dive meta. Back then, her shield used to stun when coming in contact with someone like it does today just with her ult, but she also had her whiplash that helps get any dive characters off your teammates, thus why she was
like today.
Used. But people then realized how strong she actually was. Brig's very presence practically made dive disappear. But what took its place? Goats. A 3-tank...
Well, I can tell you why it made it disappear. Because she had a 150 combo. So Tracer would come near, you would stun, left click, shift, and she would die. And there was nothing... There was actually zero counterplay.
3-healer comp that was made possible single-handedly because of Brig. Streamer...
Wait, Mercy? Wait, what are you talking about?
Of dive meta. Back then, her shield used to stun when coming in contact with someone like it does today just with her ult, but she also had her whiplash that helps get any dive characters off your teammates, thus why she was introduced. But people then realized how strong she actually was. Brig's very presence practically made dive disappear, but what took its place? Goats. A 3-tank, 3-healer comp that was made possible single-handedly because of Brig. Streamers, pros, and everyone in the Overwatch scene was sick of Brig and Goats. People called it the most brain-dead, boring comp to play against, and every game felt the same. Blizzard had nerfed Brig countless times, as well as changed other heroes around her so people would stop using her and stop...
Well, okay, the one thing I disagree with is like the whole like brain dead comp is like Overwatch League games were literally won and lost over a single cooldown. The part that made it bad is the whole DPS role died for a year. That's what made it bad.
Not playing Goats, but nothing was working. So then Blizzard decided to introduce Role Queue, a game mechanic that made it so you can only have 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 2 supports. similarly to what we have now. But what's insane to me is how one hero, Brig, was so overpowered that she literally caused the Overwatch devs to change one of the oldest and core mechanics of the game just to compensate for one hero. What other heroes were insanely strong on release? Tag or send this to a friend that started playing in Overwatch 2 that never experienced.
Well, yeah, not much to argue there. Let's see what people say in the comments. I'd say double barrier or pirate ship were equally as frustrating and mundane as goats. Yeah, they just outed themselves as like being like silver. Because like pirate ship was only like really a problem for like a month at one point. That was like the cheese comp of silver and lower ranks. Like you could run it in GM, but you'd win one fight. Because like the second you killed the enemy team, they just swapped to like Diva comp and just like ran you over and you died. Double shield maybe. She's also the reason tanks have their knockback passive. I remember when being able to solo Orion. That's still true today.
You guys would get a lot less angry.
Oh man, these are so quiet. Dude, this guy's vids are so quiet, I swear.
You guys would get a lot less angry at your teammates when they're doing terrible if you just assumed they're having a bad game. Even if they're really
He's right. Not for the reasoning, but he's right.
not having a bad game, putting it in your head this way is just better on the mental. Everyone has bad games. No one can play good 100% of the time. It's acceptable to have a bad game because you know they happen to you too. And so you know what it feels like to be trying and still not do well. If you afford your teammates the same courtesy, then all of a sudden their bad performance does not tilt you as much. I mean, have you...
See, that's the key, is not getting tilted at how other people are playing. Because, like, if you get tilted at your teammates and just get mad at them the entire time, you will lose the game off of spawn, right? Like, that's just kind of how it goes. That is, like, true in any video game, like, any competitive game. Like, oh, God. I bet you could pretty much ask any pro, unless they're that guy, but every pro team is allowed, like, one baby rager. Like, if you have more than one baby rager, your team just can't... It doesn't matter if you're the best players in the world. It falls apart. Having somebody that just constantly gets mad at your teammates the entire time is just going to bring the morale down. You're just gonna cause fights, and everybody's going to be annoyed. You know what I mean? So, like, you're allowed, like, one giga gamer who, like, is insane, but, like, has really bad mental, you know, and just, like, kind of, like, gets mad at everybody, you know? Anything more than one, and your team just falls apart. And in a comp, it's 0. You know what I mean? Like, if you have, but you can get away with one, right? Like, if you all have that mature game where someone on your team is at, like, oh my god, everybody sucks. Oh, tank, you suck. DPS guy, you suck. Other support, you suck. And it's like, oh man, we all suck but you, dude, huh? And then they just be the worst player in the game.
teammate why they're doing bad, and they say they're having a bad game. I know I've done it, and I feel kind of bad for asking, especially when I have like a bit of aggression in my voice. Convincing yourself that you have a thrower on your team or someone who's bronze in your plat lobby makes the game seem unwinnable for you. But when you tell yourself that they're just having an off game, suddenly the game becomes winnable again. Because winning with a thrower is impossible, but playing around a weak link is something you need to learn to do anyway.
Well, it's also just you know, in rank, just don't be a dick, dude. It's not that hard. I promise you'll win way more games just not being a dick to your team. Like, yeah, you can complain to yourself. I honestly, if your mic's just off and you're talking to yourself, go ahead, complain all you want. There's no problem with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if my mic's off and I'm like, holy f, this guy's awful. That's different than unmuting my mic and go, holy f, so-and-so, you're awful. Like, that is so different. That is light years apart, you know? Like, sometimes you just get frustrated, but there's a difference between expressing your frustration yourself and taking it out on somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, promise, be way better. Okay, next.
I don't know why I'm surprised, but it seems that every single time I open this game, it finds another way to disappoint me further.
Oh, no.
And every time I just think, how could someone sitting at this billion-dollar company think of this stuff and think it's okay?
Wait, are they complaining about the credit event?
Happy anniversary, guys. We gave you 9 Overwatch 2 skins that you can't even get for like free. You gotta spend your credits on, of course.
Oh no, you have to spend your free currency. Ah!
Overwatch 1 players have tons of those, but Overwatch 2 players don't have too much. But that's not the fault here. The fault is that people, including Overwatch 2 players and Overwatch 1 players, spent money on this. And we don't
What elitist garbage am I listening to?
get that. We don't get our credits back. We don't even get the credits back yet.
Bro, that's not how life works. Dude, if I go to Target and I buy a fan and for full price and it goes on sale the next day, yeah, you could bring it back and be like, oh shit, like, I want to return this, and then you buy it back and you get to save a little bit of money. Sure. But if it goes on sale a year from now, you don't get to bring it back a year later and be like, I bought this fan a year ago. I've been using it this entire time, but it just went on sale. I want my money back. No, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy.
You get nothing. So, what a way to mark a year of getting scammed with yet another scam.
Wait, they did a good event. Dude, they took skins that for the whole year have been paid and gave people the opportunity to get them with free currency. It wasn't even that many. It was 9 out of God knows how many that came out this year. Like, why are you gatekeeping skins? You know, like, I understand if something was supposed to be exclusive. I actually thought their point was going to be that they thought Space Raider Cassidy and Space Raider Soldier were exclusive skins. I thought that was what their point was going to be, and I was like, yeah, I see your point, but it wasn't technically supposed to be. But like, I saw their point, but that wasn't their point. Their point was like, it's why are you shitting on something like that? You should be encouraging more things like that. Like free-to-play players are not scum of the earth just because they didn't buy anything. You know what I mean? Like, they deserve an opportunity to get something too. I think that's so weird. I don't like that. What's the comments? And one of the event rewards is yet again another skin that everyone already has. What? I wish Overwatch 1 players would understand Overwatch 2 isn't catering to you anymore. Everything is for their new players. And you realize that's a problem, right? Who really thought that one of the rewards should be a free Reaper skin we already give away for free? Okay, I see what they mean for that. It was like a skin that already went out, I guess. So, but like, it's free. So like, if you already have it, then you already have it. You know what I mean? Like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, you already got it. So it's like, all right. See, this is I thought they were gonna make the point of. Those were supposed to be limited edition. I don't think that's actually true, but the rewards for the challenge is the cursed Captain Reaper skin. Yeah, that I could give them. I'll give them that. But I also think it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, if you already get it, then just don't get it. You know? If limited skins return, there's no reason why Pink Mercy shouldn't, despite its cause. Challenge. Talk about skins in Overwatch without bringing up Pink Mercy. Difficulty. Astronomically impossible. Dude, come on now. Come on now.